It's deer time! This is that infamous scene the totems kept trying to warn us about, where all the deer just materialize out of thin air.
What are you gonna do?
So this one I'm less sure about. I would need to go back and check the original again, which, I mean, I'll show footage and editing. I'm less sure. I feel like it wasn't as blatant. Like, obviously the deer, like, mechanically speaking, they weren't there in the scene beforehand, and then they magically were, but they masked that a lot better in the original. Whereas in the remake, like, it's very obviously they were not there. Anyway, the key here is to just very slowly walk through the herd of deer. Don't ever use the axe to attack them. Like, they framed this as if Max? I combined axe and Matt. As if Matt is, like, priming, ready to use... It's shot at a low angle and keeping the axe in focus as if he would use the axe against the deer, but, like, there's absolutely, you don't even need a totem for this. There's no reason. They're not doing anything to you. They're just animals. They're just chilling. They don't attack you. You don't attack them. Very arbitrary, much like Matt, you know, as a character. It's a very arbitrary section. I think, honestly, I think the only reason why that exists is because they didn't have a good stopping point for this part of the story. Like, they need, because they always like to end each character's segment on some big, hard-hitting cliffhanger kind of thing. Or at least some major point of action, or something...
If we do manage to get someone on the radio...
We will.
Then we tell them we need help. But what do we do while we wait?
We go back to the lodge and get everyone else.
Oh god, not the lodge. We should stay here in case whoever it is needs to get back in touch with us.
Let's get that radio working first.
Or something conclusive, like, for instance, in the last chapter when we saved Sam, it ended with not something, like, dramatic or exciting, but it ended with Sam surviving the attack from Josh.
No kidding.
I can't see. What is that?
It's just a security light. Motion sensor, probably.
But for this part of the game, they didn't really have that for Matt and Emily, so they just had to, like, invent... Because it's so manufactured. Not only do the deer just apparate out of thin air, but even though, like, clearly you saw that the direction we went to go reach the fire tower was the complete opposite direction from where we were going to the cliff. Like, obviously, because you don't walk off a cliff to reach the fire tower. But, so, it's arbitrary in two completely different ways. And it feels... What it comes off as to me, also the game is stuttering again. Anyway, is that all there is over here? I kind of figured that there'd be something more interesting down a side path than just whatever that was. Like a totem, for instance. So it just feels like they didn't have a stopping point because the path to the tower was safe, so they had to contrive Matt and Emily off the beaten path to then have that deer scene. It's like I guess it would be more dramatic if I got Matt killed there by senselessly attacking the deer for no reason. But I don't know, it feels kind of, maybe cheap isn't the right word, but, well, no, arbitrary is the word. The word is arbitrary. I know I've said it again and again, but it is the perfect way to describe how that scene feels. So they needed a hard stopping point for Matt and Emily's story there, and they didn't have one, so they just invented one out of thin air. Anyway, how do I... This way is the way to get out of here, to go back to the fire tower. Doing some Firewatch, which is a fantastic game that you should play if you haven't already. And now this is where we get to talk about, I did a lot of teasing last episode about how Matt dies if you agree with Emily's plan. Well, assuming you don't, that you can, I mentioned that you can still save him, but, like, it's... I don't know, well, this is the episode where I will fully elaborate on all of that, because we're gonna, this will be where we make the choices that support all of that. And when we see how Matt gets out of this in one piece. And I think this might also be the episode where we make the choice that determines Chris's fate, that gives us that interesting Ashley scene. We're not gonna get the Ashley scene this episode, I don't think, but we're gonna make the choice that allows us to get it. How do we get... Oh, ladder, right here. Big ol' ladder right over here. Up we go. That ladder climbing animation feels a little stilted, but it's fine. It's alright. We'll give him a pass. Just this once, we'll give him a pass. And I'm trying to think of other reasons why that deer scene might be there. Maybe because they wanted it, because Emily I don't think can die there. I think it's only Matt that can die in that section. Because he's the one with the axe who can actually attack the deer. So it could defeat that they wanted an opportunity to get rid of Matt earlier. But like, I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by Emily. Like, it looks like Emily is like, the flashlight and her limbs keep snapping between positions on the ladder. Which isn't how that would look, realistically. Which, you'd think a game that prides itself on being super hyper-realistic, and they did all this fancy mode. Like, look at that. Look. It's not, the light isn't jittering, her hands aren't jittering. They're perfectly snapping from one keyframe to the other. It's strange. Anyway, yeah, it could be that they just wanted to get rid of Matt there, but like, Matt isn't entirely done being, well, okay. I guess technically at this point, Matt is kind of done being useful to the story. Like, you don't need, Emily's the one who gets on the radio here and talks to the rescue squad. So you don't need Matt here. But there is an important, well, there is a decently important scene with Matt, or a conversation that Matt and Emily can have here, if you choose to. But I guess at this point, realistically, Matt never had really anything to do with the main story, but like, especially from this point onward, his importance is about to plummet. Or his relevance, I guess, is the better way to phrase it, is about to plummet. So I guess that could also be it. I don't know, it's just a weird scene. Have you seen this person? Hannah Washington.
Sorry, Hannah. You're still missing too.
Was last seen in the location of the Blackwood Pines Ski Lodge, Alberta, between 1:30 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. on February 2nd, 2014. She may have been in some distress. Maybe. Just a chance. Hannah was wearing a black top, dark jeans, and brown leather boots. She was not wearing a coat. She has glasses and has a tattoo on her right shoulder. Can you help? Nope. No one can help. Absolutely no one can help.
Come on.
Where's Delilah when you need her?
No power. Gotta be a switch or something around here.
Nothing's ever easy. That was an interesting camera move there. Oh, and we need to get the... We need to get something from out here. This is... Interesting door? Interesting. Interesting move, door. I think that might be the power switch, but there's something else that I need to get from around here. I don't remember exactly where it is. I think it might... Maybe over here where the big red light is flashing? No? One of the four sides of this tower has what I'm looking for. Aha! Right here. Emergency flare. Alright. This is what decides Matt's fate. So when you pick up the flare gun, you have the choice... Well, after you're done ogling it, I guess. You have a choice to either keep the flare gun or give the flare gun to Matt. If Matt agrees with Emily's plan, and you give Matt the flare gun, he's dead. Which seems counterintuitive, right? Because if he has a flare gun, he can use it to defend himself. But if he agrees with Emily's plan to go to the radio tower, then he fires the flare gun in this scene and wastes it and therefore doesn't have it to defend himself. Which is just really, really stupid to me. Because, like, if the plan was go to the radio tower or go to the fire tower and get out on the radio to call for help. Therefore, because Matt agrees with, if Matt agrees with the plan to call for help and you give him a flare gun, he then just immediately fucking fires into this, even though there's like no one around here, and the whole point is that we're trying to call someone to let them know we're here so they would know to look for something like this. He just fires it into the sky for absolutely no reason. And because he wastes it, he no longer has the flare, and then when something happens to him after this chapter, or sorry, after this segment of gameplay, he dies because he doesn't have the flare gun to defend himself. And I find that really cheap. I find that really, really cheap. That through this backwards twisted logic, because he agreed Emily's plan was correct, he then made a really stupid choice later that gets him killed. I don't like this.
You take this, might need it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You know, let me ask, hold on. What does this actually say? Emily give the flare gun to Matt. Okay, so it doesn't actually show you the connective tissue. It doesn't say Matt disagreed with Emily's plan and therefore this happens. It's just about giving the flare gun to Matt. Which, by the way, Emily can also keep the flare gun, and if she has it, she can use it in a later chapter as well to defend herself, but Emily doesn't need the flare gun. Emily has more tools at her disposal. There's more ways to keep her alive than just the flare gun, whereas Matt is completely defenseless unless he has that flare gun. So he needs it unless you agree with her plan, because that's just how that works for some... Oh, wait, hold on. On the same page. Did this update at all? Oh, okay. Matt resisted Emily's plan to go to the fire tower. Matt had the... Okay, so they do show this. This just doesn't... This doesn't track to me. I get what connection the game thinks it's making, that Matt thinks this plan is stupid and therefore kept the flare gun for himself instead of firing it, but this wasn't, the flare gun wasn't the plan. You didn't know this, you didn't see this until you got here. It has nothing to do, it's entirely unrelated to the way Matt is handled in this game frustrates me for a lot of reasons, in case you couldn't tell. I am extremely frustrated by how his character is handled, and I knew that there was a decent chance that they weren't gonna change anything about it. Oh, I just walked right over a totem before, didn't I? I knew there was a decent chance that they weren't going to change how his character was portrayed, but like, you changed some other stuff, so why don't you change the things that actually were flawed about the original game? You couldn't? No? Is that no? Well, oh well. Okay, so it's not that great at identifying what the flaws of the original game were. Whatever. You know what? Maybe Matt will get an extra scene later or two. That'd be nice. That'd be nice if Matt got himself an extra scene so he could be more useful and not be killed off in the most blatantly cheap ways. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, what was I even doing out here? I need to fire up the power. Yeah, the fuse box.
Okay, score 1 for Matt and Emily.
And then I think turning on the power activates another. Can you print something out here? Yeah, right here. I think you can print it. You printed a Wanda poster for something for Beth. Right, because we saw Hannah's in the locker. So is this Beth's? Yeah, that's Beth's Wanda poster. Last scene.
Missing too, Beth.
Bright pink padded jacket, black leggings, snow boots, and a white beanie hat. What the fuck was that? What? I don't know if the characters... This game cost $60, by the way. I think we can confirm that at this point it was the characters that flipped out there, not the camera, but that this... Okay, it's not like this stuff is game breaking. Like, most people probably aren't even gonna see that. Well, I don't know. That one feels a little more obvious because it's like clipping into the floor and his legs bouncing all over the place, which draws your attention to it. But like, these jank animations and these weird geometry, texture errors, and the camera stuff, they don't make the game unplayable. I imagine, like I said, most people probably won't even be aware that this stuff is in the game. But, like, this is a $60 remake, and the original game just didn't have, like, you can buy the original game today for a much cheaper price to play on PS5 at 60 FPS, runs smooth as butter, does not have this plethora of technical issues, Like, this just objectively runs worse than the original. Even his other foot is freaking the fuck out. I mean, that's not as severe, but like, seriously, it's like he can't balance properly. What is he doing? I don't understand how this happens. This is the whole, if you were charging me $60 to purchase a remake of your game that's less than a decade old, it should run like a dream. I should not be able to point to, because again, this isn't even just an isolated incident, it's been constant throughout the game. Animation errors, character models doing jank things, some characters are just animated, like objectively animated less dynamically than they were in the original game. There's no excuse for that. There is no excuse for the game to be having this many technical issues when it costs this much, and when the original game was running on way less advanced hardware, and somehow managed to not freak out like this I don't know.
Hello?
I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed that this is being sold as like the upgraded version of Until Dawn, and I'm also annoyed that so much money, so many resources were dedicated to bringing this to life when they could have been dedicated to like literally anything else. It would have been a better use of time and money.
Please, 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 please help. Oh my god, we're stuck on Blackwood Mountain and there's a maniac.
Notice how Matt is just standing there doing absolutely nothing.
Oh my god, okay. My name is Emily. Hello?
You're not coming through clearly. Please repeat. Over.
We're on Blackwood Mountain by the ski lodge. There's a killer and he's after us. He's already killed one of our friends. Oh god, please help. You've gotta help us.
That was shit. That was actually dreadful. That was fucking awful. Okay, so the whole point of having a shadowy figure dart by the screen is that you aren't supposed to be able to tell what it is. Like, the entire appeal of those things is that it's supposed to be like, whoa, what was that? What was that? Was that a monster? Was that the mystery man? Was it the killer? Oh my god, well, who was that? What was that? I shouldn't be able to tell what it is. It's supposed to fly by in an instant. Meanwhile, in this shitty remake, it's just like slow. It's like Freddy in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, just hobbling along at 0.1 miles per hour, hobbling his way in front of the window so you can see very clearly exactly what it's supposed to be. It's fucking. But yeah, like, so this is the other thing with the shadows moving fast, is that because it moves so quick, you can't get a read on what it is, and also you can more easily mask, like, cinematic trickery, because Wendigos don't move like that. That's not how the Wendigos in this game move. That's not how their body works. You clearly just dragged the character model for the Wendigo across the x-axis. And that's it. You set the keyframe to move slide across the screen. You didn't animate anything else, which you can get away with if it's a quick shadow that darts by and you can't tell what it is. But if you slow it down, slow enough to where I can very clearly read exactly what it's supposed to be, then no, you can't get away with that, actually. It's just so simple. It's so easy. It's right. The game is done. The game was built already. It was already there. You didn't need to do anything else. I mean, you could have. There's a lot you could have improved upon, but if you were going to keep the actual story itself largely unchanged, which barring the prologue, you mostly have done. The story itself has not been touched in any meaningful way beyond the boundaries of the prologue. It's all the same. You did not, all you had to do, literally just copy and paste. Just take the staging, take everything that they did in the original game, and just do that again. That's what, and you might say, well, that's lame, what's the point? That's what they did! That's just, this game is just the same thing again, but worse. It's all worse. Everything is worse. Every single choice they made to change the way the original work has been in service of an inferior product. It's so baffling. I don't understand why or how this happens. And again, individually, any one of these things I'm talking about can be like, that was kind of weird, we'll let that go. But it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's constant. They never let off the gas pedal of bullshit. They never, I can't catch a break. Oh, I hate it. I hate that this is marketed as an upgrade to Until Dawn that costs $60. I hate it so much. It's
Probably a fucking deer.
no, it obviously wasn't a deer, and you know how I can tell? Because I saw the silhouette.
You as soon as the storm has subsided.
What? When? How long?
Dawn at the earliest. Not until dawn. Over.
Jesus.
Oh my god, he's scared.
She looks less animated than she was in the original. It should be a quick motion. It should be blink and you miss it. I should have to slow down. I should have to slow down the footage in editing to be able to see what it was. And even then, I still don't think I should be able to see. Maybe get a better idea, but I shouldn't be able to see it clip. We just started. We just started the chapter. We've just begun. Her scream cut off.
Jesus, shit.
The game stuttered again. It's running at 30 FPS and it's still stuttering.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Damn it! I'm coming! Em, this is pretty unsteady over here.
Matt, you've got to do something right now. What are you waiting for?
I'm thinking! Let me think!
Don't think, you idiot. Just get me out of here.
See, okay, but then, like, Emily is really underrated as a character. Like, she does, when it matters, she has a pretty good head on her shoulders. But then you have scenes like this that are just, like, physically shoving me away from giving her the praise she does rightfully deserve. Because, like, there's no, I get it. It's a high-stress situation. Emotions are flaring. Maybe you say things you don't necessarily mean. But, like, she's supposed to be a character who's very rational. I mean, honest to a fault as far as, like, just saying literally whatever's on her mind. But she, like, should understand. Like, she has been previously established to be very practical, very pragmatic in her decision-making. And not let her emotions get the better of her in these types of situations. So saying, like, just don't think, just get me out of here, you idiot. Like, that doesn't help anyone. At all. And also, like, what do you even want him to do in this exact situation? But I think the reason why they want, like, the reason why that they make her act like this is because they are trying to goad the player into being like, well, you see, Emily, I know you're dangling off the edge of this tower, and one wrong move and you could plummet to your death in the mines below, but have you considered that you hugged Mike earlier today? You know, on second thought, maybe I do let you drop. I mean, you did hug him, and we did sign the contract that you would only engage in physical contact with me and me alone. It's like, it's just so, the idea that anyone would be like, yeah, Yeah? You want me to save you? Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you hugged another human being. Gosh, could you even imagine? And that's the one thing with Matt's character is that they even give you the option to do these things. I don't think it fits his character at all to turn the conversation into something so hostile so quick.
Emily, you're upset. You need to calm down. You're gonna be fine.
Ah, stop talking. I can't take it.
Stop yelling at me and let me work this out, okay?
Yeah, you just take all the time you need.
Oh my
not
God,
like
shut
I'm
up.
going anywhere.
I also, it's like, what I really like about the later chapters in this game is that Emily, because Matt is just booted out of the story for bullshit reasons, but because he's booted out of the story, Emily is allowed to come into her own and she has no one else to depend on. But here, she's just so whiny and she's like, oh my God, I can't do anything. Help me, please. Matt, I beg you, please save me. Save me, Matt. Oh, save me. Ah, shoot me.
I'm gonna try and get to you and pull you up.
Now, will
That's
you
not what I said, by the way. Also, that fire just disappeared. The fire, you saw that, right? The fire wasn't there, and then it just appeared on frame, in the scene, in this shot. Okay, so if you jump to safety, Emily's pissed at you, so don't do that and save Emily. But
I'm coming.
if you jump to safety and you don't have the flare gun, it doesn't matter because Matt will be fine. If you save Emily, or if you keep trying to save Emily, Matt will get launched further down below, and he will get caught by something, and you'll have to use the flare gun to save him. So if you don't have the flare gun, jump to safety. If you have it, then you can save Emily.
Come on.
Jesus.
Come on. Emily! Lily? No.
I don't remember if there are any other quick time events here beyond just the flare gun, so I'm gonna keep my hands on the controller at all times because I do want to keep Matt alive, only because I want to show you how useless he is. If he remains in the story, I need you to understand how absolutely worthless he is to the narrative because he doesn't fucking do anything.
Get off! Get off! Let go! Let go!
I also don't like this. Like, yes, I remember. I have the flare gun. I know I can use it to shoot the thing. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Again with the fucking Zack Snyder shit. Honestly, the game was doing pretty okay for a while there. For like an episode and a half, we were doing pretty okay. We were doing fine. And then, like, in just the span of, like, the last 5 minutes, it all came crumbling down. Everything I hate about this game crashed together into one abysmal sequence. God, it's so... I am...
Did that just happen?
Damn it, what is going on around here?
Did you see what happened there? For a brief moment in time, the camera wasn't over her shoulder. It was more distant, like a regular video game camera. And they were like, oh my God, oh no, we can't be doing that. And it just raced to catch up with her. I'm sorry. I am growing increasingly close to being at my wit's end with this video game. It is, I thought that was a glimmer of a collectible that I could pick up. It has tested my patience way more times than I would like. And we aren't even close to the end. Well, okay, we're in the second half of the game, so I guess we are close to the, well, nah, no, I wouldn't say we're close to the end. I'd say we're just past the halfway point of the game at this point. But I mean, things ramp up really, really quickly in the second half, so there's still a lot of opportunities for things to go very, very wrong very, very quickly. I'm thinking about that scene that I keep hyping up with Ashley that adds a lot of nuance to her character. I'm imagining that they're gonna do the same Zack Snyder bullshit where it's like, I mean, I can't like give specifics without spoiling it, but I feel like they're gonna do a thing in the scene where the camera slows to a crawl and it's all over dramatic and it's gonna make me mad. Anyway, look, a business card with something written on it for the exact things that Josh used to construct this Psycho game. Anyway, let's actually continue on with the plot now. The camera keeps. I know you're probably sick of hearing me call out every time, but like it's so like I'm not even trying to do this anymore. It's just it keeps happening. It keeps distracting me, and it keeps annoying me.
Chris, I just want to say, what happened back there in the shed? I know how hard that was. Josh was your friend.
Ashley,
and
stop.
no, I want to say, I mean, thank you for saving my life.
Sure, Ash. Sure.
We already got this one.
Of course. Ash, you all right?
Yeah, I know you and Josh were close, Chris.
Let's just find Sam, okay? That's what we're doing.
I mean,
now.
oh my God.
Ashley, just stop, okay? I don't want to think about what just happened.
Chris.
We're finding Sam.
Yeah, I understand both perspectives because obviously Ashley wants to express her gratitude, even though technically speaking, what we did wasn't what we wanted to. Like, according to the game, we didn't do what we wanted because we said save Josh, but then we flipped the lever, and because it didn't tell us which way we needed to flip it to do what we wanted, we saved the person that the game thinks we didn't want to save because we made two separate choices that accomplished two separate things.
This is so effed up.
So Ash, but I mean, as far as Ash is concerned, she doesn't really know what happened. Like, she doesn't actually know. She wasn't on the other side of the lever, so she has no idea what it looked like, what it said. See, like, that's the effectiveness of a door magically opening in front of you when you can see it opening, which they failed to do in Chapter 3. They didn't show the door. They just played the sound.
Wait a minute. Did you just see that?
Did I see what?
That, Chris, that!
What that was that?
It was like a see-through shape, like a ghost.
Oh boy.
I'm serious. Why don't you believe me? I said I saw it. Doesn't that count for anything?
We've been through hell tonight, okay? Your mind is fried. My mind is fried. I don't even trust what I've been seeing.
Because oh wow, you can really you can flip her eyes all over the place if you mash the triggers.
I don't know. I saw something. Chris?
Ash, it's okay. We're both kind of out of our heads right now. I mean, we gotta pull it together, okay? You with me?
Chris?
Let's just keep our heads.
Are we going crazy down here?
It's the only place left Sam could be, Ash.
I wish we could just go find everyone else and...
What if Sam needs us? What if she's in trouble?
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Yeah, so Ashley obviously would want to express to Chris how thankful she is that he saved her life. Regardless of how that happened, he still did it. And Chris is obviously traumatized because as far as he's concerned, he just killed his own best friend. And he's experiencing a lot of conflicting emotions right now, especially because with the choices we made, what actually happened isn't what Chris wanted to happen. But, well, we're coming up on two moments.
Whoa, you gotta be kidding.
What the hell is going on? Oh my God, that scared me. How did everything get so freaky around here? Doors slamming and candles lighting up out of nowhere, and that specter or whatever
Ashley,
it was.
I think you're kind of ignoring what's really happening here.
Don't tell me you didn't see that translucent white figure just passing right by us.
We could be seeing things.
I'm not imagining things.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw things too. I saw what happened to Josh in the shed. You know, that's what I'm worried about.
Oh, Chris. I know. I know.
You know what I'm really worried about? Okay, I'm worried about Sam. What's happened to her? If there's some maniac out here, then she could be dead too.
Don't say that! Please, Chris.
This right here is I was talking about where this chapter with Chris and Ashley, it gives us two moments that I wanted to talk about that I really liked about their characters, and I think this is the moment where we get a bit of insight on Chris's character.
Look, Chris. You can see in the windows.
See what? It's tiny furniture?
No, it's a whole scene with dolls and everything.
Yeah. Huh, I guess you need a key if you want to play around in there.
Wait, Chris, the ghost!
What?
Didn't you see it?
No.
You were looking at your phone, you dip. What are you tweeting? Hashtag there's a freaking ghost after us.
Ash, calm down, okay? There is no ghost here. Ghost of what? You're freaked out because of what happened with Josh.
You're not paying attention. I saw it. I saw a ghost, and it looks like Hannah. It looks like Hannah.
Wait, what?
Her baby Pat.
Jesus, Ash, what do you think? They followed us up here from the seance?
I don't know, maybe.
They didn't, because ghosts don't exist, okay?
Oh, okay, who was talking to us at the seance, Chris?
I don't know. Yeah.
What did that?
How does a picture just jump off the wall like that?
Okay, I don't want to leave this section without opening that dollhouse, because like that's one of the major moments that okay, maybe not major, but it is a really nice, often overlooked moment with Chris's character that I do not want to pass by. Unfortunately, I don't actually remember where the key is to get in there, so give me a moment while I fight this game's controls to get the characters to go where I want them to go, and I try to figure out where this damn key might be hidden. It might be down this way, but I don't want to go too far and trigger story stuff. Oh, is that it right there? That's it. Okay. Let's get it. Stop ogling the key. It's just a key.
Here you go. Oh my god. There! Look there, Chris! You can't tell me you didn't see that. See?
That's,
You do see it!
yeah, I don't know. I just, it's fucking crazy.
Don't go chasing it.
It's showing us the way.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I already,
No.
yeah, I
This is unbelievable. I feel like the ghost wanted me to see this.
What? Whoa. What is going on?
Oh god, it's like...
It's not like anything. That's us. Hiding there, waiting for Hannah. Last year.
But it's so accurate. I mean, that's exactly where I was sitting, and that's where Matt was.
This was set up by someone. Who was there?
Or someone, or something that was watching us.
Maybe it's a warning. I think someone put this here to mess with us.
No, it has to be the ghost. It's trying to tell us the maniac killed Hannah and Beth.
I think it's this bastard that he's here trying to fuck with our heads.
Why would he set this all up, Chris?
the subtitles are really struggling to stay on track with the dialogue. Like, they are really struggling here.
It's Hannah's diary.
Anyways, okay, so before I read that, I do want to... So, you might have missed it. You might have thought, okay, what's special about that moment? What's special about that moment is that Chris says, it's us. Like, when he points to the diorama, he's like, that's us in there, with Hannah in the prank. But it's not. That's not the right word to use, because he wasn't there. If we recall, he was passed out, drunk, with Josh in the living room. So he wasn't there. It's inaccurate for him to say, that's us, because it wasn't. But, even though he wasn't actually there, even though he was not a participant in the prank, he didn't do anything to help them set it up. He wasn't even aware it was happening. He still he doesn't stand on any kind of moral high ground and be like, hey, I wasn't part of this. I didn't do anything. This is all you guys. He still lumps himself in with the others, even though he's completely innocent in the endeavor, apart from just being a bystander and not doing anything because he was passed out, which, you know, if you want to blame him for that, the same way Josh blames himself for not being there to stop this from happening. He wasn't, like, actually guilty of doing anything to Hannah, but that doesn't matter to him because that's just how loyal he is to his friends and the people around him. And it's little things like that that are so often overlooked that I really, really appreciate. Anyway, Hannah's diary. Oh my god, Mike confirmed. He phoned Josh this afternoon. Woohoo, party time tomorrow.
Together here on the mountain. It's gonna be so awesome. Cozy fires and hot tubs and OMG, Mike, I am so psyched to spend some time with him. I can't read this. It's so sad, Chris. What was that?
Came from down there.
And so, let's walk towards it, and then die. Also, I'm pretty sure they're about to jump scare us as soon as we go through this door. I'm pretty sure Hannah's ghost is about to pop right in my face in about 3, 2, 1, and... That looked so much worse.
God damn it.
That looked so much worse. I think I've exhausted my ability to emotionally burst out in rage. I'm just gonna say flatly that just looked worse. It looked like it just folded in on itself as soon as it was done. Lame, 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 lame.
Catalog for industrial light bulbs.
That is so random. Look, one of the bulbs is circled.
Yeah, it's a powerful bulb.
Huh.
Forewarned is forearmed. Another tool that might come in handy. Oh my goodness. It's a camera.
You think it's the guy?
Well, that'd make sense, I guess.
I don't like being watched.
Better?
I love that.
Go suck an egg. Now it's
I seem to remember them distorting Ashley's voice a little bit when she said that, as if you're viewing the scene through the perspective of the camera.
go suck an egg. Go suck an egg.
But that's fine. Stylistic choices are for nerds. Okay, well, let's keep on. I think this is when...
What was that? Huh.
Because we're actually not that far away from the twist regarding Josh to be revealed. So, this is where the game's about to start.
Wait, there's a whole nother room through here. It's mammoth.
Chris, I don't know if I want to keep going.
Stuttered again. The game's gonna start revealing a lot more information to us about who the psycho is, because the reveal isn't too far away.
Are we now?
Are you kidding me?
Did you know this was here?
This is like a whole nother hotel. I had no idea this was here.
This, if you didn't recognize, was also where we hid. Actually, I don't remember which way we went, but this is where we hid with Sam. This area down here was where we had to do that don't move section after her chase sequence. So again, it's cool seeing different areas through different characters' perspectives. Almost as cool as this totally sick new gameplay mechanic. Oh, hunger. Yep, that's another hunger totem. Those actually aren't as interesting. The first one was interesting. The first one was pretty interesting because it gave us a glimpse at Beth's grave, which for those who've played the game know what that means. For those who haven't played the game, creates an aura of mystery. But all these totems up and beyond that point have been pretty straightforward and also pretty much the same. It's just, oh, first-person perspective, crawling around in the cave.
I don't think I can take any more of this.
Yeah, I'm about at my limit here too.
All I wanted to do.
Okay, I think we're coming up on another thing about this game, or another detail for Axe's character that I really appreciate. keep a close eye on the character traits, specifically the honesty trait. It's pretty high right now, right? It's her second highest trait beyond, or second only to the curiosity trait, which might also come and play a little later on in the game. So, just keep a mental note of approximately where that is. Because I think this is the conversation where it becomes relevant.
I'm not sure what Hannah thought she was doing.
Or it might be a little later. I'm actually honestly not sure.
It is when you're crushing pretty hard on somebody.
Great. So you're
Wink,
basically
wink,
saying that we
nudge,
put a vulnerable
nudge,
person in a terrible
honk,
situation
honk.
and essentially caused her to run away and never to be heard from again.
Alright, I don't think this is it. I'll check anyway. I think it might be a later one. There's a thing that happens with her character traits when you answer a certain way. I don't think this is the one.
If it was you, don't you think you would have run away? I mean, who likes being made fun of?
People don't
Which,
make fun of me.
I mean, by the way, the true answer is that she did overreact.
What?
There was no fucking reason at all to
You made
dart
her
off into the
look so
woods.
stupid in front of all of her
However,
friends and the guy she liked.
The prank was
Can you
horrible.
imagine doing anything worse to somebody?
The prank was absolutely abhorrent, and they were all shitty for doing it. But that doesn't justify darting off into the woods in the middle of the night. There were other ways to go about that didn't involve what she did. Now, is that the one? It was not. Okay. There's another one, something similar to that happens, that Ashley has the chance to answer a little bit later on. Where one of her traits, anything hiding around here? Like a box, perhaps? Oh, never mind, it's not a box, it's a package of newspapers. Faked newspapers.
Are these fake? Why would anyone make fake newspapers?
I have an idea. Me, pick me.
A really good question.
Ooh, pick me. I might know why. If I can turn. God, it takes so long for characters to move the way you want them to.
You know what? No.
Ash,
No, I've had enough. I'm not going down any further into this nightmare, Chris.
Ashley.
What was that one?
Understand.
That one appeared on the screen for like 0.3 seconds.
Down there all alone with a maniac, and we leave? We're basically killing her ourselves.
I know. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, it's not looking good, huh?
I'm really scared, Chris.
I'm scared too, but I got your back, okay? As long as you got mine.
I do.
God, I'm really gonna hate killing
Yeah,
Chris.
so let's get this over with, I guess.
But I gotta do it for the sake of highlighting how good the game's writing is. It's like, it is such a good scene. But man, I really don't want to kill Chris. I really don't want to do it. But I know I have, it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good of this series, I guess.
Chris, I'm getting a really weird feeling from all of this.
What do you mean?
So we're saying that the same guy who made the newspapers also set up the camera, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just, it feels like he's constructing this whole story for us, then watching us run around, freaking out, seeing what we do, like it's some sort of fucking experiment.
Yikes, that's kind of... Yeah, that actually makes a weird sort of sense.
Right?
Oh, vent. Oh, also something else. Oh my god, that's a fire hazard. More evidence that it's all fake. It's all a deception. Oh, this is where we're gonna start to get a lot more peeks behind the scenes at all the nightmares. Like, for instance, these things.
Oh, jeez. This
boy. You think all this stuff is his?
Unless the Washingtons were into some freaky shit in their spare time, then yeah, probably.
And then there's also a photo wall above somewhere near here that's like a hit list. Chris, move your fucking. Actually, you could. You so very much could have gone past him. You absolutely could have gone past him. Oh yeah, okay, it's right here. I did almost miss it. Good thing I went back to check. I always have that lingering sense in my stomach, like, no, wait a minute, I might be about to cross a point of no return and be unable to find things in previous sections. I love how Matt just isn't here because he's useless.
I mean, wait, what is this? Like a fucking hit list?
Yes.
Christ.
That is exactly what it is, actually. And I think I saw, this thing over here. This disgusting. Oh, God.
Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Repulsive!
This can't be for Edith.
Why the hell is that here?
It's like a goddamn grindhouse movie in here.
What an interesting thing to say. It's almost like the Washingtons had someone who was a famous horror film director or something like that. Also, the game started again after I finished interacting with the pig. This is how I first, this is where I was going to go, and then I got turned around because I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss the wall, the poster wall. Aha! I don't remember that being in the original game. That might be a new addition. If it is, then yay, +1. That's +1 point for the remake, which brings the remake to a grand total of negative 50,000 points for all the other shit that it can't do properly. Like, run smoothly, for one.
Blood?
Might be Sam's. Alright, let me see if I can get this. Yeah, I got it, but oh damn, this thing is heavy.
Be careful.
You gotta come through, Ash. I can't hold it.
Oh,
Come on!
Chris!
Wait, what?
I think I just saw Sam over there.
Ash, are you sure?
I don't know, but come on, I think we should check it out.
Well, I'm pretty sure whoever's bleeding came through here, okay? So we really gotta get moving, like now.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm coming.
Oh, thank God. I thought this thing was gonna crush me. Come on.
I don't get it. Why would anybody want to make this place any cooler? It's freezing.
God only knows what goes on inside this guy's head, Ash.
I know that was a butterfly effect thing, but I don't think that actually determines whether anyone lives or dies. I think, because Chris and Ashley both have to survive this section in order to get to the next big, because the next big saw trap thing involves both of them.
Oh, Chris. Oh, no.
Hello?
Sam?
Now, I believe if you fail to save Sam in the last chapter, then you do actually find her body here.
No, I can see that.
Why is it dressed up like Sam?
I don't know.
Why would someone dress up a dummy like Sam?
Chris, I don't know, and I'm kind of freaking out.
Where the hell is Sam?
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Can we kill it with the descending strings of disaster in the soundtrack?
Oh, shit! Ah! Ah! No, get back! Stay the hell away from me!
Actually, thinking about it, I might have missed an opportunity to explore some more rooms. I think there might be more rooms with more clues if you investigate the movement and don't go with Chris. So I might have screwed up there. I might have missed the chance to get some more clues.
Oh, my fucking head. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Ash. Ash?
Also, counterintuitively, I think the only thing that stabbing Josh with scissors does is actually get Ashley punched.
I think he hit me.
Shit,
Whereas if you
murder's
don't
face
stab
off.
him, then she doesn't get punched.
What is this?
This is him.
No, Chris.
This is the guy who killed Josh.
No, God.
You murdered piece of shit.
Oh,
You
look
monster!
around. We're gonna die, Chris. I don't think I'm ready to die.
No one is going to die.
That also means, ah, shit, you know what? I might have fucked up. I might have really screwed up. I think that the thing, okay, so I don't think we're gonna get it now. You might have needed to go down that other way in order to get the thing, to get the dialogue option I was looking for. So there's a moment in the original game where Ashley has the opportunity to either express her remorse towards what happened to Hannah and Beth, or to be very cold and distant and dismissive about it. And if you pick the option that allows her to be remorseful, her honesty trait goes down, which is a really, really cool touch, that it's expressing that she's deep down, she's more complicated emotionally. She doesn't actually think she did anything wrong. It's like she overreacted, whatever. I don't think it was that first one. I think it was, well, okay, it's either that it was something later in the chapter that you can only access by going down the other route that I skipped, or it was that first one and the remake removed it. For the first time, I'm actually going to vote in favor of the remake and assume that I just missed something, because I think I might have ran past something that I could have explored, which is unfortunate. And did this change? Yeah, Ashley, okay. Ashley failed to see he was in the workshop, so there was a chance that you could have seen, but like, I mean, we already knew that Josh was down here, so it doesn't really change. I think there were other things that could have happened if I went down the other way. I'm not sure.
It's just not fair.
What? Tell me what?
It's too late. Chris, what's the point?
Stop it. Just say.
We're always talking around it. And now, I mean, we've wasted everything.
Ashley, none of it was wasted.
What do you mean?
Every second that I spent with you was the only thing I ever wanted to do with my time.
What are you saying, Chris?
Sorry. I should have told you how I felt.
God, Chris.
Ashley, I swear when we get out of this. Oh, God.
No.
Ashley, I'll get you out of this. I won't let you die.
Hello there, my special little subjects.
Oh, shit.
Dear
Don't be scared.
Oh, you should be, Ash. Because here's the twist. Chris has made one fatal choice already today. And now he must make another. Chris, you can take that gun in front of you and shoot Ashley, or you can shoot yourself. Whoever is left can live. The choice is yours.
I like that the game has Chris shoot the saw blade, because one, that's what he would do. He would try to figure out another way out of the situation that doesn't involve killing someone. And two, it proves that there's actual bullets in that gun. Not well, okay. There is something in that gun that can be fired. Not necessarily real bullets, but there's something in it that can be fired, and there's no way to know from him doing that whether they're blanks or real bullets. But anyway, this is it. I've been teasing this the whole goddamn series. So, the choice here is Chris either shoots himself or shoots Ashley. But before you actually have to make the choice to shoot Chris or Ashley, you can do something. You can also move the gun. Like, there's a preliminary choice that doesn't impact anything technically, but does change how Ashley reacts. So, before you make the choice, you can either point the gun at Chris, not shoot it, or point the gun at Ashley and not shoot it. If you point the gun at Ashley, she freaks out and she cries. Obviously. But if you point the gun at Chris, this happens.
Wait, stop. You can do it, Chris. It should be me. You chose to save me
Oh,
before.
fuck.
Let me choose this time. Let me choose to save you. If I do one last thing in my life, let me do this. Chris, please. Oh, God.
It's a really touching moment where Ashley throws herself on the grid and she's like, no, Chris, don't shoot yourself. Shoot me. Let me take this bullet for you. Literally take this bullet for you. And like, it's sweet and it's touching and it's heartwarming, especially after all the time these two have spent together throughout the game. But there's something way more interesting about it. Because you gotta keep in mind how she reacted. She was willing to throw herself on the grenade for the sake of keeping Chris alive. That's what she said. Does she mean it? Well, guess we'll have to wait a little longer to see. But that's what she said. So now, let's put it to the test. Let's shoot Ashley and see what happens. Let's see if she can put her money where her mouth is. Also, I saw that. I saw her head just snap back for no fucking reason.
You have gone too far now. Don't you see? Huh? Don't you see that this torture porn has gone too far? Huh? Now what gives you the right to play God in these people's lives? What makes you so special then? Huh?
I like the detail of him clutching his shoulder wound where Ashley stabbed him with the scissors.
You're sick! You're a sick fuck! What the hell have you done to them? Huh? What the hell have you done to them? Psychopath. Psychopath!
Okay. I'm actually looking forward to it now. Well, okay. Well, all right. I don't know about looking for. I'm sure they're gonna have some like slow motion Zack Snyder shit again in the scene where the scene I've been building up that involves Ashley and Chris, that involves Chris dying. But I'm at least looking forward to getting to it so I can talk about it, because no matter what they do stylistically, it's not going to change the content of the scene. So I'm excited to finally be able to talk about it. But yeah, this was the most infuriating episode since maybe since episode 1. This one really got under my skin. This is the longer we go, the more frustrated I get, the more bullshit the game throws my way. But hey, at least next episode we'll be back to playing as Sam, and we're gonna explore around some more, and we're finally gonna get we're like a stone's throw away at this point from the reveal that Josh is the psychopath. Which is going to be pretty cool, because it's going to open up a whole other discussion about how Josh is written. So yeah, thanks for watching, stay tuned for next time, and hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more of the Until Dawn remake. Goodbye.